Hi everyone, welcome to my channel where I share tips and advice on health and nutrition. In today's video, I'm going to talk about 6 foods that can increase your uric acid levels. Uric acid is a waste product that is normally excreted by the kidneys, but when it builds up in the blood, it can cause a condition called gout, which is a type of arthritis that causes inflammation and pain in the joints. Some foods can trigger or worsen gout by increasing the amount of uric acid in the blood. So, if you want to know what these foods are and how to avoid them, keep watching and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more videos like this. Let's get started. Number 1. Sugary foods and drinks. One of the factors that can increase uric acid levels in the blood is consuming too much sugar, especially fructose. Fructose is a type of sugar that is found naturally in fruits, honey, and some vegetables, but also added to many processed foods and drinks, such as sodas, juices, candies, pastries, and cereals. Fructose can raise uric acid levels in 2 ways: first, by increasing the production of uric acid in the liver, and second, by reducing the excretion of uric acid by the kidneys. This can lead to a higher risk of gout attacks and complications, such as kidney stones and chronic kidney disease. So, how much sugar is too much for gout? According to the American College of Rheumatology, people with gout should limit their intake of added sugars to less than 10% of their total calories per day, which is about 50 grams or 12 teaspoons for a 2,000-calorie diet. This is also in line with the general recommendations from the World Health Organization and the American Heart Association. To put this into perspective, one 12-ounce can of regular soda contains about 40 grams or 10 teaspoons of sugar, which is almost the entire daily limit. A 16-ounce bottle of fruit juice can have up to 60 grams or 15 teaspoons of sugar, which is more than the daily limit. Even some seemingly healthy foods, such as flavored yogurt, granola bars, and dried fruits, can have a lot of added sugar, so it's important to read the nutrition labels and ingredient lists carefully. The best way to avoid sugary foods and drinks for gout is to replace them with healthier alternatives, such as water, unsweetened tea, fresh fruits, nuts, seeds. These foods and drinks can help you stay hydrated, lower your uric acid levels, and provide you with essential nutrients and antioxidants that can protect your joints and overall health. 2. Fish and seafoods. Fish and seafoods are types of animal protein that are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are essential for heart health and brain function. Omega-3 fatty acids can also help reduce inflammation and lower blood pressure, which are beneficial for gout. However, fish and seafoods are also high in purines, which are substances that are broken down into uric acid in the body. According to the American College of Rheumatology, people with gout should limit their intake of purine-rich foods to less than 100 milligrams per day, which is about 3 to 4 ounces of fish or seafood. One 4-ounce serving of cooked salmon contains about 170 milligrams of purines, while one 4-ounce serving of cooked shrimp contains about 200 milligrams of purines. This means that eating just one serving of fish or seafood can exceed your daily limit of purines and raise your uric acid levels. 3. Alcohol. Alcohol is a type of beverage that contains ethanol, which is a substance that can affect your uric acid levels and your gout. Alcohol can raise your uric acid levels by increasing the production of uric acid in the body and reducing the excretion of uric acid by the kidneys. But not all types of alcohol are equal in terms of their impact on gout. Some types of alcohol are higher in purines. Some types of alcohol are also higher in calories, which can contribute to weight gain and obesity, which are also risk factors for gout. Some examples of alcohol that are high in purines and calories are beer, stout, ale, and lager. These drinks can have up to 50 milligrams of purines per 100 milliliters, which is more than some types of meat and seafood. They can also have up to 200 calories per 12-ounce serving, which is more than some types of soda and juice. Some examples of alcohol that are low in purines and calories are wine, champagne, and spirits. These drinks can have less than 10 milligrams of purines per 100 milliliters, which is similar to some types of fruits and vegetables. They can also have less than 100 calories per 5-ounce serving, which is similar to some types of tea and coffee. 4. Red meat and organ meat. Red meat and organ meat are types of animal protein that are rich in purines. Red meat includes beef, pork, lamb, and veal, while organ meat includes liver, kidney, heart, brain, and tongue. These foods are high in purines, which can raise your uric acid levels and increase your risk of gout. In fact, several studies have shown that eating red meat and organ meat is associated with a higher risk of gout and gout-related complications, such as kidney stones and chronic kidney disease. For example, one study found that men who ate the most red meat had a 50% higher risk of gout than those who ate the least. Another study found that women who ate the most organ meat had a 79% higher risk of gout than those who ate the least. As mentioned before, people with gout should limit their intake of purine-rich foods to less than 100 milligrams per day. One 4-ounce serving of cooked beef contains about 150 milligrams of purines, while one 2-ounce serving of cooked liver contains about 300 milligrams of purines. This means that eating just one serving of red meat or organ meat can exceed your daily limit of purines and raise your uric acid levels. The best way to avoid red meat and organ meat for gout is to replace them with healthier sources of protein, such as poultry, eggs, dairy, soy, beans, lentils, and nuts. 5. High fructose corn syrup. High fructose corn syrup, or HFCS, is a type of sweetener that is made from corn starch and contains a high amount of fructose, which is a simple sugar that is also found in fruits and honey. HFCS is widely used in the food industry because it is cheap, easy to produce, and has a long shelf life. You can find HFCS in many processed foods and drinks, such as soft drinks, sports drinks, energy drinks, ketchup, salad dressings, sauces, jams, syrups, baked goods, cereals, and snacks. But why is HFCS so bad for gout? Well, as I explained before, fructose can increase uric acid levels in the blood by stimulating its production in the liver and reducing its excretion by the kidneys. HFCS is especially harmful for gout because it contains a higher concentration of fructose than regular sugar or natural sources of fructose. HFCS can have up to 65% fructose, compared to 50% in table sugar and 40% in honey. This means that consuming HFCS can raise your uric acid levels faster and higher than other forms of sugar. In fact, several studies have shown that HFCS consumption is associated with a higher risk of gout and gout-related complications, such as kidney stones and chronic kidney disease. For example, one study found that men who drank 2 or more servings of soft drinks per day had an 85% higher risk of gout than those who drank less than 1 serving per month. So, how much HFCS is too much for gout? The answer is, any amount is too much. HFCS has no nutritional value and only adds empty calories and excess sugar to your diet. Therefore, the best thing you can do for your gout and your health is to avoid HFCS as much as possible. How can you do that? The first step is to read the ingredient labels of the foods and drinks you buy and look for HFCS or other names that it may go by, such as corn syrup, corn sugar, glucose-fructose syrup, or isoglucose. The second step is to limit or eliminate your consumption of products that contain HFCS, such as sodas, juices, candies, pastries, and cereals. 6. Processed foods. Processed foods are foods that have been altered from their natural state by adding or removing ingredients, such as salt, sugar, fat, preservatives, flavorings, colorings, and additives. Processed foods include fast foods, junk foods, frozen foods, canned foods, packaged foods, and ready meals. Processed foods are often high in sodium, which can increase your blood pressure and reduce your kidney function. This can make it harder for your kidneys to filter out uric acid from your blood and increase your risk of gout attacks. Also, processed foods are often high in sugar, especially high fructose corn syrup, which can increase your uric acid production and reduce your uric acid excretion. Furthermore, processed foods are often high in saturated fat and trans fat, which can increase your cholesterol and triglyceride levels and cause inflammation in your body. This can worsen your gout symptoms and damage your joints and other organs. Processed foods have no nutritional value and only add harmful substances and calories to your diet. Therefore, the best thing you can do for your gout and your health is to avoid processed foods as much as possible. That's it for today's video. I hope you learned something new about the 6 foods that can increase your uric acid levels and how to avoid them. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and I'll try to answer them as soon as possible. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family who might benefit from it. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get notified of my future videos. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Stay healthy and happy.